addressing conflict or having those uncomfortable conversations where difficult feedback needs to be delivered. And my biggest piece of advice to you when facing this challenge is a quote I heard not too long ago, and that is, don't attribute to malice what can be attributed to ignorance or incompetence. And basically what that means is, don't just assume that the person is purposely acting a certain way because they just like to be a little bit against the grain, or trying to rub you up the wrong way, or trying to be a nuisance within the team. Actually do the work to find out. Don't just assume things. And I know it's easy for us to assume that the obvious right behavior is what should occur versus whatever is occurring with that particular individual, but you actually don't know. And so don't attribute their behavior to malice. I don't just assume they're trying to be bad, but actually find out what's going on for them and then address it with them. Use the GROW coaching model. Understand and identify what the goal is, a goal that suits both yourself and themselves, because they have to be bought in as you. Then look at the reality. What is going on right now to cause this behavior? Then come up with some options and get them to come up with the options. Come up with a few options that they think would work for them, that would cause them to change the behavior. And then it's all about will. Ask them to buy in. Ask them, can they put into action that option that they've come up with and subsequently chosen? And there's no reason why they shouldn't, because they're the one that came up with it. And then just put in a date in the diary to catch up again and talk about that option and how it's going and whether it's successful or whether it's not. And it's fine if it's not, because then you have an opportunity to come up with more options and have the discussion again. But at the end of the day, what happens is that person feels like they're a part of the process. They feel like they are being consulted and they're on the journey with you, versus just being an employee whose manager is telling them what to do and telling them off for being wrong before trying to understand where the behavior is coming from. And so when you use that framework and when you use that approach, more often than not, you'll gain way more respect from the person. They'll go out of their way to behave in a way that suits you and the team a lot more, and the outcome will feel like a